God, there's a lot of kids out today.
That's what the Nat 20 perception. There's a lot of children around. Anyways, you give that response back to Tertiana. It's what I've always done, child. Don't be hurting on it.
I'm not. It's you make it sound boring.
She gives like this like soft look at you. It is boring. Just because it's boring doesn't mean it's not worth doing, though.
I guess not.
Of course, obviously things changed. That's why I'm out here after all.
Yeah. On to the bad news, I guess.
Do you want it done simply or bluntly?
Bluntly.
Your family's missing.
What?
She sips at her coffee.
When? Since when?
As of, dunno, a couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago?
I was out of town, and I came back looking for them, and they were gone. All that was left was this. She reaches into one of her pouches and pulls out this very fine vellum, like fine parchment, which has a plant, a flower, embedded into the wax seal.
Ooh.
And the wax seal, like, is obviously sealing the letter shut.
Can I tell what flower it is?
Roll me your nature.
Nature. Boop, boop. Hold on, it's loading. Nature, nature, nature. Alright, so...
You don't know. You don't think it's native to the Heartlands or anything like that. Yeah, you don't know what it is.
So also take the letter, look it over. I assume since the seal is still sealing it, it's not been broken.
Correct.
Also look at the flower. What kind of flower is this?
She quirks a smirk, raises an eyebrow. Don't you know?
No. I can't
Well,
think
then
of
I have
anything
some-
it could be.
Well, then I hope you have fun finding out. She has a sort of smirk on her face.
Can
This is
tell
pretty in
Frost is
line
her-
with Tertiana. There are plenty of times she will just tell you the answer. But there are also plenty of times where she says, go look it up. Call it
Also just-
proof of your inquiry, your devotion to learning. By suffering and trying to learn it.
Also crack open the envelope. Or the letter or whatever.
You crack it open and it is rather simple. There's not much on it.
Mhm.
It just says you were warned.
Silas's ears flatten and they have an idea of what this might be. You didn't happen to get my letter when you returned, did you?
Your letter.
I think that is a no. A week ago, I think. I sent a letter home. I have an idea of what this might have been. Who might have taken them.
A week ago, child, I was already well on my way here.
Fair enough. I think we should talk to the rest of the group now.
As you say, she snaps her fingers again, and all of you see the illusions dissipate, and the actual them appear, like reverse Thanos snapped. And you guys can see that Silas is holding, a fancy envelope of a colored wax seal, and that has a flower embedded into the wax itself.
Silas looks scared. So, problem. Let's also face the group. First things first.
Tertiana just keeps drinking coffee.
First things first. Does anyone know what this flower is? Because I can't figure it out, and Tertiana won't tell me. Alex will show everyone the flower.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Would it just
Can
be
we,
like a nature check?
Yeah.
If you're trained in nature, you can roll nature. If you're from a woodsy background, then you can roll nature. If you're from like a city slicking background, yeah, you ain't rolling nature.
Haha.
That's proficient.
And there's not
There
a
are no
shot
plants
Oriana
in
would
my
know
nature.
the meaning of flowers.
there are plants in your nature. Well, there are, just they're not colorful and bright and pretty.
Oriana has no idea anything about this. How pretty is the flower, though? Scale of 1 to
It just
10.
looks like a flower.
It's pretty,
Ooh.
pretty flower.
Yeah, it's a nice flower. That's Oriana's take on it. It's like, oh, it's a nice flower. That's a fucking nice 20 you got there.
That's a nice roll. The flower looks like this. It's like a little bundle of them.
Yeah.
Anushka, this flower is not native to the central segment of the Twins, which is say it's sunken swamplands. It does show up on the eastern and southern stretches of it every now and again, but whether or not it's a natural species or something that just got brought over, an imported species, so to speak, who knows? It's referred to colloquially as goldenrod.
Anyways.
Y'all are actual children.
I agree.
And what of it?
That's bad.
They're bad.
So yeah, also Chris, you're muted, just so you know.
How fucking long have I been muted for? I swear to fucking God, I've been
We don't
talking to
know.
myself for ages.
I've been
Oh my
waiting for people
God.
to like talk. I'm just sitting here like, so no response.
I have been talking for so fucking long.
What a shame. Act thyself before you wreck thyself. The Lord saith unto thee.
I thought you just couldn't hear me, and I was like trying to talk louder. And
Meanwhile,
No. Well, I mean, you were right. We couldn't hear you.
So, anyways, what were you saying, Kirsty?
Yeah.
I mean, I was trying to get advantage of 1 point because technically I came from both backgrounds, but with that roll, I don't care. Everything else is basically just shit.
If you want to roll one more time, let's see.
Hey, you might get a 20.
Okay.
Maybe we'll get a nap.
I mean, you got like a 15,
Maybe.
so there's still room for improvement on that.
Never
So
mind.
anyways, about that 20.
Good time was there.
I'm quite happy with that dirty 20. Thank you very much.
30, 20.
So yes, goldenrod. Yes.
Correct.
Mhm.
There's
Okay,
there's a scientific name for it, but you probably weren't taught through scientific names. You probably were taught.
No.
This is what the people call it. People that matter call it this. All right, moving on.
Mhm. Yep. Can it be turned into something? Yes. Cool.
Yeah.
I think I know that flower. It is goldenrod. It is found. Where did you say again?
Well, it is found towards the edges of the Twins, but it's found in plenty of other locations.
Okay, yeah. It is found mostly on edges, not so much in swampy area, but it is around. I don't know about outside of Twins though. And not see it when we go through Hollowfield.
It can, with a dirty 20 as you call it, it can stretch out northward. It can go northeast towards a little bit into Northrend. It does have some patches of growth here and there in the Fairlands and Wanderer's Wheel and on the Farcast Peninsula, as you were told. You haven't been there yourself to confirm that, but that's roughly where it is. It doesn't grow. There are other plants that sort of kill it, defeat it, take over its spots in the Heartlands and in like Graffle and stuff.
It can be found a bit in the north. I've not seen any, but I heard they could be around that area.
Why am I picturing this turf war between flowers now?
Hey,
Y'all
you're
got
going
the
all
yellow-
too north there, ain't you?
Here, northern boy.
Come a
We
bit
don't
far
be
south,
talking
huh?
about gold and stuff in the south now, you hear?
That dandelion I see over there.
Goldenrod steak, bitch.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Anyways,
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you alright?
Yeah, it's not feeling good. But we'll keep going.
You could switch gears to go kick over to Alexander if you want.
For a minute, please.
God, hope you're okay, damn.
Alrighty, let us go kick it over to Alexander to buy Nina time to hopefully recover and go take some medicine.
Yep.
I hope you're only hurt in a funny way.
Like you in a car accident?
Something that we can have comedy about. So, let's kick it over to Alexander. Alexander, you go on over to the post office.
Excuse me, is this where I can buy mail? So, you know, not really.
No, that's
Lady at the front reception just looks up at you. Alright, who told you that one? who told you that one?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Are you here for actual mail?
Yes. Anything for an Alexander Roswell?
Give me a moment. She hops off the chair, the stool, goes over to a back room, comes back out with a singular letter which has a wax seal on fancy paper. Proof of identity?
Would he have a scroll of pedigree on him or something like that?
If you think, yeah. It's either you have like a signet ring, proof of pedigree, other forms of like paramilitary
that
authentication.
Typically comes with the noble background.
Yeah.
With the, so.
It's up to you how you want it. There is a mercenary companies are registered in like an archive, like a database with the state, so you can also produce something from that if you want to go that avenue. You guys, a mercenary company that isn't registered and just goes around killing shit is not a mercenary group, it's a band.
Yeah. Alright, well, regardless, I'll add a scroll of pedigree to my inventory, but he would prove himself through whatever means.
You show off this scroll that indicates your pedigree. The lady looks at it. Oh. She looks down at the letter she's holding. Well then, here you are, sir. She says, holds it out in a very direct and purposeful way. Very, very practiced. Is there anything else you need?
I'll let you know in a moment once I read this. It may need a response.
Let me know.
Yeah, I assume the seal on it is typical of Silversworn correspondence.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you'll walk a bit away from the counter and break the seal.
You break the seal.
And
actually, roll me your perception.
Like I say, roll in athletics, break the seal.
The seal is unbroken.
Hey!
Nice. Alright, add it to the list. Add it to the fucking list. There goes 69 Dream. Oh well.
I think at this point, Alexander spent post office.
You're cutting out.
You are cutting out.
But I think Alexander has the post office record in your game.
He does have the record at this freaking point. It is a red seal, undone, marked with the Silver Soul, symbol, obviously. As you open it up, you get the familiar scent of smoke, like a sort of, not like applewood smoke, not like a meat smoke or anything like that, but, fine, heavy wood smoke, cigar, little bit of whiskey. It is a familiar scent that greets you. And with a nat 20, this letter has gone through some wear and tear, but was cleaned up after the fact. Whether the circumstances that, the person carrying it dropped it and it fell into like a mud patch or whatever, that's a bit unknown. It's hard to tell, but it was magically, prestidigitation, magically coined.
Interesting. Noticing that before he even starts reading it, he'll turn back towards the person tending the counter. Do you have any recollection of when this came in?
The lady thinks. If I remember correctly, I believe it came in 2 days ago. Towards sunset.
Towards sunset. And is there any like return address or anything like that? Any
Not
message
written
of
on the
where it was
letter.
sent from?
Not written on the letter, but that is information. Assuming that it is on like the up and up. That would be information the post office has.
And do you know where this letter came from?
The courier that came to deliver it reported that he came in from northern Silfwall.
Does that
Particularly the city of Vindacio. Vindacio is Silfwall's biggest city. The hold-up city.
So that sounds pretty standard to me.
Colonel Corbane normally sticks around more
the eastern
central
half of central.
Yeah, like more central to, not central to Silfwall, central to your house. Like he's usually not that far away from it. He's your guys' commander. He doesn't go out in the field he's a colonel rather. He doesn't go about traveling all over the place usually, and except
so
maybe to make deals.
So there's a whole province between him and Dragon's Grave Keep right now.
Yeah.
Right. Because if he's in northern Silfwall and the keep is just south of Silfwall, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's a good bit away where that constitutes.
So he'll kind of screw his mouth and say, "What the Sam hell are you doing there?" But regardless, he'll read the letter out, and I'll knowing that bit of information, I'll amend the letter in response that I sent you. But yeah, after he reads it, he will ask for writing supplies, and he will pen his own response and see about mailing it.
Normally, getting supplies costs a really paltry amount of coin, but coin nonetheless. But this lady just gives it over to you. Right?
Oh, you're waiving the fee. How come?
If it's important correspondence, sir, swiftness is key. No point in tying you up for another 5-10 minutes to get it sent out. The next caravan does leave very soon.
Then I shall write as quick as lightning, and he will write as quick as lightning.
You have a maxed out deck, so you writing quick as lightning is probably pretty accurate.
Yeah, and then he'll mail it out. And like I said, I'll edit the letter when it's not my turn to speak. And send that
Passing
out.
stick.
Huh?
He's passing the talking stick.
Yeah, we're all in therapy right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, you close up the letter, send it back out. Don't get charged again, weirdly enough. And as you're ready to head on out, roll me your perception again. Okay.
16.
Yeah. As you're departing from the post office, you see that towards the not sky. It is a sky, but not the sky. Horizon. There we go. Like looking out towards the horizon, you do see like there's sort of like a fog or a cloud bank. That's the term. Rolling in, and from a militaristic background, that stuff is you normally just keep tabs on. It is moving in very, very quickly for how clouds normally move. Say this is approaching from the northeastern direction. It is rolling in pretty quickly. I would say. I don't know the speeds of clouds in real life.
But quicker than that.
Quicker than that, yeah. Quicker than the average speed of clouds. What is the average speed of a cloud?
Doesn't depend
African
on
or
wind.
European cloud.
Thank you for finishing up the reference. Yeah, but it is rolling in. You Probably be raining by nightfall.
Okay. Well, he will endeavor to finish his business before he gets soaked from the rain. So, we can move to someone else if someone else wants to talk, but for now, he will head in the direction of the noble quarter.
Oh yeah, the noble quarters, the place where you're allowed into, but no one else in the party really is. Well, I guess you guys
Get it, you're special.
So let's kick it back to Silas, seeing as how you are not vomiting.
I am not. I'm gonna go back on my computer real quick, but I just need 1 second to load.
Beep beep. Beep beep.
1 second has passed. How dare you?
Fuck you, okay? I was muted, alright? God. I would have been muted for so long that you thought we just couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I'm genuinely so annoyed about that, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I know.
So, anyways, you get information from Anushka on what the flower is. It's called goldenrod. It grows around the Twins and the parts of the north, the west, the far west as well. Stuff like that.
Silas will keep the contents of the letter facing towards them, and they'll look at everyone and be, so, my family's missing, and this was left behind. And Silas will turn the note around and show off what it says, which I believe was just you have been warned, or you were warned.
You were warned, yeah.
Are you really flexing your family's disappearance on us?
I'm not flexing it. I'm.
At least you have parents.
Yeah, you know.
What do you mean? Anushka doesn't have parents?
I know. I've never had parents.
At least you have parents.
Ariana's gonna chime in and just be like, so what was the whole point of the secrecy there from the person if you were just gonna tell us anything?
I didn't know what it was. But now I... You guys... Have any of you made the same connection I have? Cecil.
Well,
Look around.
there's only really one faction that has warned us.
About
in
our
recent
families.
memory. Indeed.
So then we're on the same page.
So, what do you want to do?
I don't know what we can do against them. Do we even know where they are now?
I feel that would make this situation much easier, so I'm assuming no.
It would, wouldn't it?
Right. What?
The horse
Are you
shows
straight
up
up?
like, hey, she gets it.
Anyway, that... Silas looked at Tertiana. You said that happened a couple weeks ago?
A couple of weeks ago is when people last saw him.
And no one saw anything else. No one... No one's suspicious coming into town? I know it's a stupid question.
As far as I ask, no. You have to understand, Silas, not everyone in the world is out there looking over their shoulders for boogeymen.
I guess not.
Some people just live their lives.
Silas nods as if to say, like, I know.
Could you try sending your family a message? At the very least, confirm if they're alive.
I also looked at Tertiana like, you're the one who has sending.
Child, I am not a tool at your behest.
Sorry.
Damn, how's the World War II documentary going?
Yeah.
He's just killing people in the real world. Duh.
With the guns that are at the bottom of the lake.
There's a magnet at the bottom like that draws in guns, I'm telling you. And I'm gonna make that cannon that there's a lake out there that has a big lodestone at the bottom of it that steals people's
in your weapons. I was like, wait, hold on, give me that back.
It's like, well, how come it only takes weapons and not the armor, though? And then whoever's asking out there wearing heavy armor gets drowned into the lake.
Help me!
I don't have a way to contact them outside of 90 feet, 60 feet, I think.
I mean, we could maybe contact Redane. He can do that, right?
If I'm
Although,
being
no,
honest,
you
I
have
wouldn't
to-
have much of a way of contacting them either.
What do you mean?
Well, if she had a way of
I mean,
contacting
exactly
people,
that.
she probably would just contact you instead of come all the way here.
No. Think on it, child. How did I contact you?
Spell.
I use magic. What spell?
Also think about it for a minute. The sending spell.
That's right. What other parameters of the sending spell? Well, Silas is thinking on that. Is there anything all of you want to get? She points at the bistro. Drink, food, something. On me.
On the light of disappearing family members, I'm not.
The gesture's appreciated, though.
I'm good.
You should eat and
thank you.
drink while you have the chance. You never know when something might happen.
Is it because you're not that familiar with them?
He gets a smirk. Ah. That was a parameter of the sending spell, isn't it?
That it is. Damn it. Redane won't help either then. Or I should say wouldn't be able to.
Unless you're able to share a memory of them, perhaps. Might work.
Might be a stretch, but you would know better than me.
Would you go about sharing a memory?
Through the
Reading
thought
thoughts.
reading medallion, or
Oh, right, of course.
I think I could manage that, but I'd have to see if he's even willing to try.
Knowing him, he would be. Well, if your family has gone missing, then that means mine probably also has. At least that's something I have to consider now.
Nods slowly.
You're all facing off against very dangerous foes, ain't you? Sounds fun.
Well, it's entertaining sometimes.
Between all of the fighting and the bloodshed and
And they're getting our shit
nightmares.
stolen.
And getting our shit stolen, yes.
You had your
Oh.
stuff stolen.
Well, that's
What
why I was
happened? Did a pickpocket target you?
No, we were targeted by... Well, I guess not assassins in hindsight. They didn't seem to be wanting to kill us.
Well, I
didn't even
tried.
get a good look at them. We got ambushed late in the night.
That's
was
why
even
you were
up
busy
at
last night.
Mhm.
I see. I was hoping... Never mind. She
Anyway,
just drinks her coffee.
I want to know so bad, but...
those puts their head in their hands anyway. So now we've got what? 3 things to go after?
Start making lists.
Lists are good. Mental one's better. Someone can
Guess we can
steal
track
a
that.
physical list.
Well... I mean, someone could read your mind and get it still.
I mean, I was being a little bit sarcastic,
it was
but you know,
wild.
that is fine.
A skill issue. If someone's reading your mind to get your lists.
Why are we
Yes, go and get
concentrating so
someone
much
very
on reading?
skilled.
Never mind.
Because we're finding pedantic things to distract ourselves from all the bullshit that's happening in our lives.
Apparently so. So you. What is our next move then? If your family is gone, I think it Well, I think you should have a say in what's next.
If we could find out what happened to them, that is on the top of my list.
Huh.
And I guess anyone else's family we need to check in on.
Hey, anyone that's here, so not Redane and not Alessander, type in Roll20 chat what your insight modifier is.
Ooh.
What the,
Let me
what the
find
number
it.
is.
Inside. Apparently, I'm not typing at all. Hold on.
Imagine typing. Could be you. I'm better.
Fuck off. Fuck you. That's just a Trishana. I hate that one. I hate her.
You were sleeping in my room last night.
You said the same thing about what? 2.5 dozen people in the village? Across all the time I've known you? It sort of loses its value if you start casting it so wantonly. That or you got a lot of hate to give out.
No, I think it just means that she secretly really likes Oriana.
As glares at
I
both
love
Anushka and
hate
Oriana.
I think Silas just needs to visit a therapist.
You need a therapist. I'm the one who had a great childhood, alright?
Have you known my life story? Yes, I probably do. That's beside the point for me.
I'm gonna have to reset Roll20 real quick.
Okay. So, what is your agenda for the day? Huh?
Well, now it's completely cleared, and I'm trying to think of ideas of what to do next.
I see. Oh, by the way, before you jumped on that rabbit hole, how's Ichabod?
You cut out so bad. Say that again, please.
How's Ichabod?
Oh, that's the look at her. I haven't seen him in a while, actually.
Probably busy.
Seems
That or he's
so.
avoiding me.
Actually, question: Do any of us know who Ichabod is? I don't know if Silas ever
I've
mentioned them.
mentioned Ichabod, I think.
I think we do.
I think I've mentioned Ichabod.
Yeah.
At least once. They'll also start digging through their backpack for something and be like, I don't think you're going to answer me, but I can ask anyway. I got this. And Silas will pull out that coin that they got from the library. Or I should say that Alessander got, and then Silas proceeded to keep. Where one side looks suspiciously like Ichabod in quotation marks.
May I? She holds out her hand.
So I was like, I would